Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Kethane Space Program. We have, I have constructed a rocket to try to get into orbit around the moon. We still don't have a lot of parts, unfortunately, which kind of sucks, but I think we'll be able to manage. I obviously put an ass ton of solar panels on this because we have yet to gain the flappy, foldy, outy solar panels, which are fancy and awesome. But I think I have enough solar panels on this thing, so any way that this spacecraft is or, orientate. I can't think of the word. Uh, I'm like brain farting right now. No matter which way our spacecraft is sitting in space, it should get some electric charge from the sun. Um, So yeah, we are going to attempt to get out to orbit around the moon and get some science out there. Hopefully, a decent amount to unlock some more awesome parts in our science tree. So let's go ahead and let's just launch this puppy. And I'm almost positive that we have enough life support. I think we have 80 days worth of life support, which is I think way more like kind of overkill, really. And it is dark out, so we're actually gonna fast forward and get into the daylight so you guys can actually see what the hell's going on here. Obviously, I have 6 solid rocket boosters on this rocket because I want to try to use as much of the solid rocket boosters to get into or get up to altitude to start our gravity turn before I even fire the center rocket. I just want to try to save as much fuel as I possibly can because I honestly don't really know if we're going to be making it to the moon on this rocket. So it's kind of a dry run. So let's see what happens. Let's go. And these rockets are actually not very, very loud in my ears. And I obviously, again, I have not adjusted my game volume yet because I don't pay attention. Uh, so hopefully these solid rocket boosters, I know they're going to get us up to some ridiculous speed that I'm not going to be able to match with a regular what's the word I'm looking for? Regular rocket or just this one rocket. So we're going to let the solid rocket boosters do the majority of the work right now. And then hopefully we're almost at altitude now, which is pretty sweet actually. We have yet to run out. And go. Get those away from us. That's cool how they fell away in that fashion. And like I was saying, we do not have the thrust on this center engine to compete with 6 solid rocket boosters. Actually, we're not doing too bad now. We're starting to gain speed again. Awesome. So we're gonna go ahead and kick over to 45 degrees to start our gravity turn. And I actually did put a transmitter on this rocket, guys, so I can crew report as many possible times in different biomes as I possibly can and get as much science as I possibly can with that. So I'm gonna try to keep this episode kind of short. So I'm gonna try to do a lot of fast forwarding to get to where we need to be. So this episode doesn't run longer than 20 minutes or 25 minutes roughly. But we have materials bed, 2 goo observatories, and our crew report. And Jebediah is gonna be hopping in and out of his shuttle or his pod to gain as much science as possible. Let's take a look at the map here. We're starting to get up there. Still need to keep it. I'm going to keep it where it's at right now, but once we gain a little bit more speed, probably cut the engines and get up to apoaps and try to get some horizontal velocity going instead of vertical. Let's just start kicking over a little bit more here. There we go. And 80,000. So let's cut the engines there, and we'll fast forward until we get to a reasonable altitude to start just directly going sideways. And by that, I mean probably like 75 kilometers roughly. And then we'll just kick her all the way over 90 degrees and fire this engine. And hopefully this engine will get us into orbit. We got another 1,200 meters per second to go. I don't know if we're going to be... Might have to use some of our fuel from our little engine that we have in the next stage. But it doesn't look like we're going to have any trouble getting out to the moon, at least to orbit around it. But I want to orbit around the moon and get some science and hopefully unlock a little bit more parts, and then orbit around Minmus to get a lot, a little bit more science doing the same thing, but not having to actually construct a lander yet. Fire that. Only got about 500 meters per second to go to get into orbital velocity, which is awesome. Now, I don't know if you guys know this, just a little quick tip, 2,200 meters per second is orbital velocity, roughly, in that area, is the best, or is the speed that you need to be going to actually get into orbit around Kerbal. I'm not really sure what the escape velocity is, but I know it's quite a lot, actually. 200 meters per second to go. I'm trying to burn as little fuel out of this stage as I can, because this is our last stage. So we want to... I am... Sweet, we are not going to have to wait long to set up a maneuver to get out to the moon. And my general rule of thumb for actually getting out to the moon is if you line Kerbal up and put the moon right next to it, right about here, and you put your maneuver node right there, you'll burn this way. Hold on, let me get up to... There we go. Okay, and if you put a maneuver node here and burn out that direction, you should meet up with the moon. There it is. Look at that, 37,000 meters with a minute and 30-second burn, which I'm almost positive that we can manage, which makes this a little bit easier, and it's not that far off. And I'm above 70,000 meters or 70 kilometers, so I can fast forward rather quickly, which is also nice, which is the mistake I made last time. Or I had that problem last time. I wasn't above 70,000 meters. All right, let's start our burn. Go, go, go. Let's do a crew report, see if we have anything different. Nope. Any different mystery goos? 0.5 science, not worth it. This engine is outrunning our node timer. I mean, I guess I could do time warp, but I always feel uncomfortable when I time warp whenever I'm trying to do maneuver, unless it's like a really long maneuver, because I just feel like I'm gonna miss something or screw up. So that's why I don't time acceleration or time excel whenever I actually do maneuver nodes that are below probably like 2 minutes and under. I don't do time acceleration. Anything over 2-minute burn, if I have the fuel, hopefully. If I have the fuel, I will gladly time acceleration or use time acceleration for a burn that's over 2 minutes, just so you guys aren't sitting there watching me, burn fuel for no reason. Or, well, for a reason, but you're sitting there for no reason watching me burning fuel. We're going to try to get as much science. I'm going to get high altitude science with the mystery goo and low altitude science with a mystery goo and the materials bay, and hopefully a bunch of EVA reports and crew reports that'll tally up the science rather quickly. All right, let's take a look here. Where are we at? 36. Oh, we overshot it. Hold on, what's going on here? Which way are we coming in? Are we coming in behind it? No. Crap, I have to slow down. Or I screwed that up to begin with. So we're going to be orbiting in the wrong direction. I don't like that. We'll wait until we get out into deep space, and we'll adjust. Well, no, see, that looks right on this side. Why you got to look right one way and then look weird the other way? Okay, so we're coming underneath it, and then going to get pulled up into it. So I kind of want to change that. I don't like the fact that we're coming in behind it. I want to come in like right next to it. So let's see if we can adjust that, preferably. If I could, it'd be cool to do. I think we have enough fuel. Yeah, we should have more than enough fuel to actually get into orbit around the moon. So let's move this back this way. We're still coming in behind it. Yes, and we're still going to be orbiting in a weird direction. Hmm. What did I do wrong there? I got anxious and just made the and just was like, okay, there's the node, awesome, let's do it, and that's what screwed me. Huh. Let's get rid of this and do a new one. Oh, see if we slow down, if that'll change how we actually come in to the moon, and that's what it seems to be doing. Let's see here. No, still pretty much the same. Can we spring this up a little bit so we're not coming in so low? There we go. Okay, now let's slow down a little bit more. Okay, we're gonna do a really weird spinny maneuver in front of the moon, but we should be orbiting the correct direction afterwards, which is good. Which is what we want. All right, so we'll keep that maneuver node and we'll fast forward to it. It's a 2-second burn. Wow. It seems like we did a lot of messing with that node for it to only be a 2-second burn, but hey, well, you know, that's why if you make your maneuvers out in deep space, it's a little bit easier and more efficient on your fuel anyways, or, you know, fuel-wise. So let's fast forward down to... And, oh, we just overshot it, but it's only a 2-second burn, so we'll just kind of screw with it a little bit and wait until we can see. Let's get rid of this, actually. Move this up. See if we can mess. There we go. 17, 26. All right, I'm all right with that. It seems like we're going to be coming in the way I want to, which is good. All right. Cool. So let's fast forward out to our actual sphere of influence changeover here, and see if we can actually get a different EVA report and a crew report too, while we're out this far. I don't know if this is far enough away to get high above Kerbin as the biome, I guess you can call it. I mean, it's not a biome, but that's the only word that I can really use to describe it. So that's what I'm gonna do. Slow down and let's see if we can get a different crew report. High over Kerbin, awesome. Let's actually transmit the crew report. Let's EVA. Get an EVA report. Keep that. Sweet. So yeah, let's fast forward into. Let's actually quick save. Um, let's fast forward into the sphere of influence change over here. There we go. Okay, we are coming in at 26. Awesome. All right, so let's do a materials bay from high over the moon. We'll keep that 75 science. Beautiful. Let's get mystery goo, 30 science. We'll keep that as well. Let's get a crew report, and we'll actually just transmit the crew report so we can get more, like being low over Kerbin, or not Kerbin, the moon. So that's done. Let's get an EVA. EVA report. We'll keep it. 24 science for an EVA report. Hells to the yeah. All right, let's fast forward and actually let's set up a maneuver node here to actually get into orbit around the moon. 12-second. Let's do a 15-second burn because I know we can manage that at least. Bring it down to, come on. There we go. Okay, we're at a 15-second burn. Our apoapse is 332 kilometers, which is, you know, doable. And we are coming in low over the planet or over the moon, so we should be able to gather at least a couple different EVA reports. We have more than enough fuel, or not fuel, food. Still have 80 days and 16 hours worth of food, so we could literally sit it in the orbit around the moon as long as we really want and get as much science as we possibly can. And I think I'm going to actually manage to try to grab as much science as I possibly can because I want to unlock so many more parts just with this one mission. Okay, let's slow down. Slowing down. Okay, let's do mystery goo. Space near 30 science. We'll take it. We'll EVA. Get an EVA report over the moon's highlands. 24 science. Hell yeah. Let's get a crew report. It's 15 science. Space near the moon. We'll transmit that data just so we have it already stored back at home. And then where's our maneuver? Where are we looking at? Okay, we got 10 seconds till our burn. And we should have more than enough electric charge to sit in the dark side, or sit on the dark side of the moon. So I'm not really too worried about that. And the fuel situation, we should be perfectly fine on fuel as well, because we are not landing, obviously. And it doesn't take much to get into orbit around the moon. It doesn't take much to get out of the sphere of influence from the moon. It's just, I just like to have a little bit of extra fuel to play with, just in case I screw up, which, which happens quite a lot if anyone watches these series, or watches this series, or the series before it. Damn it. Moon's Highlands. Alright, so we are in orbit. Let's see if we're going to be flying over anything of interest here at any point in time. I don't see any craters yet. On the underneath side anyways. I don't know if this will be too far away to actually get an EVA report over this crater, but we're going to try it. So once we get kind of over that crater, which is right about now, we'll see if we can get a different EVA report. High over the moon. Nope. Too far away. Damn. Alright, let's do another crew report. Nope. Damn it. Alright. Alright, well, let's come back down to at least close to the moon. Let's actually see if we can get another, see if this will be close enough for us to be, no, it's 200 meters, 200 kilometers is a little too far away. We could probably get one over this crater though, which is good, so let's do that. Bring this over. Said crater. Let's do crew report. No, okay. EVA. EVA report over northwest crater. Keep that. We'll fast forward until we get out of over the crater, or away from the crater, and see if we can actually get like a lowlands maybe. Midlands. We don't have that. Awesome. Let's fast forward some more. And maybe we can get one from over this crater. EVA. Come on. No. Damn. All right. Well, I think I think we got quite a bit of science, at least to unlock at least two different science trees, or what's the word I'm looking for? I don't know. The little blocks that unlock parts. So we're gonna actually set up a new maneuver node, and also the maneuver node to get back to Kerbal the easiest. It seems to be right on around this area. Like if you burn on the Kerbal side of the moon. So let's bring that. We're gonna try to bring our periaps down as far as we can, and then we'll adjust accordingly to hopefully get captured without using too much fuel. 28 I think is a little too low. Let's do like 35. 36 is fine. Okay. 16-second burn to get back home. And we have another probably 79 days worth of food left, or 79 days. Yeah, we have so much. I love this little thing, by the way. I don't know if you guys have ever played with TAC life support, but if you click on the little thing on the bar, it actually tells you how much food, water, oxygen, and electricity you have. And it's just like a countdown. And actually, whenever you have like space stations and whatnot with life support in orbit, it'll show you how much everything that is not on the ground at Kerbal, it'll show you how much food, water, oxygen, and electricity that the station or crew or whatever has before you need to really start worrying. So whenever we do build our space station, which I'm probably going to build one around the moon, because I want to try to get as much science from the moon as I possibly can, and there's a lot of different biomes on the moon, and there's a lot of different biomes on Minmus, and I want to build a space station with a space lab, so I can dock to it with a lander and have like say 4 different materials bays and 4 different mystery goos, so I can land in different biomes on the moon, come up, dock, do the space lab thing, so I can transmit all of that data back and not lose out on the amount of science that we can actually gain. So that's my plan as of right now. But we need to gain as much science as we possibly can with the simplistic uh, rockets to what's the word, to basically unlock all of those parts. So let's there we go. Let's burn. Ooh, we're a little off our node there. That was me not paying attention. Okay, where are we at? 140. Keep burning. Bring it down to about 35. Come on. There we go. Perfect. Let's get rid of this maneuver node. And let's quick save in case we decide to burn up in the atmosphere as we re-enter Kerbin. Or re-enter around Kerbin. Alright, so fast forwarding. Getting away from the moon and back into the clutches of Kerbin's sphere of influence. 34. That's a little bit lower, but I think we'll be okay. Depending on how fast we actually come in, I think we'll be fine. So we're only at 1,000. We might be able to even just land right now. So we're only coming at 2,000. We'll probably be coming in at roughly 2,200. Maybe a little bit more than that. Whoa, that is cool looking. I don't know if you guys saw that. Ooh, we're coming in about 3,000 meters per second, which is a little fast. So we're actually going to point retrograde here. And once we get a little bit lower, I'm going to burn to try to slow us down, so we don't enter the atmosphere with such ferocity. All right. We are at 68, 67. Okay, so let's burn a little bit and try to slow ourselves down to like 2,500 meters per second. Just to make myself feel better, really, is what it is. And hopefully the atmosphere will help us out with that. Let's close this window. Once we get into a stable orbit around Kerbin, I will feel better. We could probably get a different EVA report over the deserts. Let's see if we can do that real quick. Hee, come on. EVA. No. Damn. All right. Maybe a crew report? Maybe? No. Damn. All right. Trying to sneak some more science. Didn't work. Where are we at? Ooh, yeah. Hell yeah. We might actually come down with this orbit. Interesting. I wonder if all these solar panels are going to get ripped off. I mean, obviously we're going to ditch this because I have a heat shield, but I don't know. We might lose some solar panels coming in. So, well, we're actually not coming in that low now that I think about it. I think, what are we at? 23. Oh, it's dropping quite rapidly. Whoa. Okay, let's point retrograde. So there's evenly distributed heat there. We're probably going to come down because we're still not coming up. We're still losing altitude, so it might not be a bad idea to just ditch this shit now. If not, just slow down. See how quickly our engine overheats. And we are definitely going to probably land. Let's see. Before I ditch this engine. Oh yeah, we're landing. Alright, let's do that. I'm going to let the engine take the brunt of the heat right now. And then I'm going to ditch this like this. Get rid of that. Let the heat shield do its work. The goo canisters are still good. And the materials base is still good. So our heat shield is lovely. Are we going to land? Wait. No, okay. I was going to say, if we land, the Space Center is over here, not here. It looked kind of similar. It was funny. Where'd that go? That's so cool. I love that it's just like right there. Cool. We're going to land on some land. We might be able to get some extra science out of this just from landing over here. Hell yeah. I'll take it. I'll take it. And I was gonna cut this episode early, but hell, the hell with it. We'll just land and do that because why not? I mean, it's what, an extra 5 minutes maybe. Let's fast forward and get down a little bit lower. Let the atmosphere actually slow us down a little bit more, and then we'll pop our chutes now and slow us down the rest of the way. And hopefully, I didn't add any extra weight to this thing, so we should be able to still come in under 6 meters per second, so we don't lose our Science Junior. And if we aren't slowing, or if we aren't slowed down to under 6 meters per second, so our Science Junior won't explode, I'll probably transmit that science just to save it. Hopefully transmit it before we hit the ground. That would be ideal. Okay, I don't know when these chutes are going to pop, so I don't like fast forwarding whenever I'm over land. It should probably be pretty soon, probably about 1,000 feet. They'll pop open. Maybe 1,500, because we are a little bit above. Oh, well, that was our other stage. A little bit above. Okay, shoots. Come on. Come on. There we go. 5.6. Sweet, we can land on this. Awesome. So let's actually point this way and put our SAS, so it kind of helps us so we stay upright. Maybe. Fast forward. Hopefully we're not on like a hill or something that'll make us roll down it and lose some of our science. Oh, sweet. All right, let's EVA. Let's do an EVA report. Keep that. Jump back in. Do a crew report. Keep that. Jump back out. Jump off and have Jemediah break his legs. Whoa, couldn't. There we go. And we'll do a surface sample. Keep that. And we'll EVA again. Keep that. And now can we get back in? Ah! Ha-ha! All right. All right, let's recover this vessel. See how much science we got. Come on. I'm saying over 100. 273.5 science from that mission. Awesome. Well, we're going to cut this episode here, guys, and I will unlock things for next episode, and we'll cover up. We'll see if try to figure out exactly what we're going to unlock, and hopefully maybe some plane parts. Maybe we can do some flying around Kerbal and gain some surface samples from different areas of Kerbal. Obviously, that'll probably be a post-commentary episode, but we might do that, or we might go to Minmus, depending on what exactly we unlocked. So, thank you guys so much for watching. If you liked what you saw, please hit that like button. Please leave some comments down below, and if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button. And I don't know if you guys know this, but I do have a Twitter account and a Twitch account, so if you want to see me stream live, I do those once in a great while. I'm probably going to set like a certain day, probably like Sundays, roughly, like maybe like Sunday night or something. I'll do live streams, and so go follow me on Twitter and go follow me at Twitch, and thank you again so much for watching, and I will see you all next time.